Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue the topic about traveling. Well, do you like this topic? If yes, let's continue to study it. Well, today the theme of our lesson is the Silk Road. You know that the Silk Road was a great fact in the history of many countries. That's why today we'll discuss about it. And now, first, let's review the previous topic. It was connected with the geography of the world and our country. Dear pupils, do you know any facts about Amudarya and Sirdarya? And what about Pacific Ocean? What about the Aral Sea? If no, let's repeat this topic. Well, answer the questions. The first question is about Aral Sea. Is the Aral Sea as big now as it was in 1960? The second question, is the Amudarya as long as the Sirdarya? The third one, is the Indian Ocean as big as the Pacific Ocean? The fourth one, is the population in Asia as big as in Africa? The fifth one is Mount Kilimanjaro as high as Mount Everest. And now, dear students, we'll check your answers. Okay, you know that the Aral Sea and its problem is the greatest problem in our country. First question is devoted to the Aral Sea. The Aral Sea is as big now as it was in 1960. How do you think? Well, let's check your information. No, the Aral Sea was the fourth largest lake in the world with an area of 68,000 square kilometers. Now it is only 8,000 square kilometers, and nowadays the Aral Sea had completely dried up. Well, it's very unfortunately information, and now let's move to another question. The second question was, is the Amudarya as long as the Sirdarya? Well, dear students, you know that these are the two main rivers of our countries. Let's check our answers. No, of course, the Amudarya is shorter than the Sirdarya. Our next question was about two oceans. Is the Indian Ocean as big as the Pacific Ocean? The answer is no. The Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean of the world, and the Pacific Ocean is the largest and the deepest ocean in the world. The fourth question is devoted to population. Is the population in Asia as big as in Africa? Of course, no. The population in Asia is bigger than in Africa. Well, the fifth question, is Mount Kilimanjaro as high as Mount Everest? Of course, no. Mount Everest is the Earth's highest mountain with a peak at 8,850 meters high. Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa is 4,895 meters. And now, dear students, let's move to another activity. It will be connected with our main topic. Look at the map and answer to the questions. The first question will be about route. What kind of route is described on the map? How do you think? Okay, you are right. The route is named as the Great Silk Road. Well, the second question is about countries. Dear students, how do you think? What countries can you see on the map? Okay, let's check our answers. There are different countries on the map. They are Uzbekistan, China, Japan, Mongolia, Russia, Greece, India, Pakistan, Italy, and also Turkey, Kyrgyzstan, Iran, Iraq, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. And of course, there are other different countries which are connected with the Great Silk Road. And now, if the information was interesting for you, let's read the text about the Great Silk Road and find some more new information for you. Well, the Silk Road began in ancient China, but it was not a road, it was a route. There were some routes with the same name, the Silk Road, from China to Rome. It was a 6,500 kilometer trip. At one end was China, at the other end was Rome. Each had something the other wanted. Rome had gold, silver, and beautiful stones. China had silk, tea, and spices. The Silk Road was important because people not only changed things, but also food, ideas, and culture. The Romans wanted to find such a road for a long time because they wanted to have silk. Silk was popular in Rome, but the Romans wanted to have silk. Silk was popular in Rome, but the Romans did not know how to make this wonderful material. Finally, they found the way to China and called it the Great Silk Road. But traveling along the Silk Road was very dangerous. There were deserts and mountains, bad weather and bad people. Okay, did you read the text? Dear students, what main facts did you remember from the text? First of all, it's about route. The route of the Silk Road was from China to another countries. First country who wants to go to China was Rome. And there were different products which are delivered from one country to another. First of all, it was silk. That's why the name of the route was the Silk Road. There were many different routes with the same name. And there were different products that are delivered from one country to another. Especially there were spices, beautiful stones, gold, silver, and of course food, and also ideas and culture. Was the road to another countries dangerous? Of course, yes. The road to another countries was very dangerous because of weather and bad people. Let's answer to some questions about the text. First question. Do you know what the Silk Road is? It was an ancient route from other countries to China. Did you know about this fact? Yes. It is the main route to deliver another products. Why is it called the Silk Road? Dear children, can you answer this question? Because silk was very popular in those times. Third question is about the route. Where did the Silk Road begin? The Silk Road began in ancient Rome. Where did the Silk Road end? The Silk Road ended in China. The last question. What countries did the Silk Road cross? It crossed Uzbekistan, Russia, Italy, Turkey, Greece, and other countries. Were the question interesting for you? If yes, let's move to another activity. Okay, well, if you didn't forget some facts from the text, you can read the text one more time and answer to some questions. Our next activity is devoted to the text about the Silk Road. Well, first read the text again and then say true or false. Well, let's read the first sentence. There was only one route from ancient China to Rome. The second one. There were several routes from ancient China to Rome. Third one. People in Rome did not have gold, silver, and beautiful stones. The fourth one. People in Rome liked silk material. The fifth one. People from ancient China sold silk, tea, and spices to people from Rome. The sixth one is traveling along the Silk Road was not difficult. Well, if you read these sentences, let's check your answers. Read the sentences again and then let's check our answers. The first one was, there was only one route from ancient China to Rome. It was false information. There were not only one route from ancient China to Rome. There were different routes which have the same name. The second one, there were several routes from ancient China to Rome. It is true, you know, there were different routes. The third one was, people in Rome did not have gold, silver, and beautiful stones. It was false. People in Rome have these materials, but they didn't have silk. The fourth sentence is about people in Rome. People in Rome liked silk material. Of course, this information is true. That's why the name of the road was the Silk Road. The fifth one, people from ancient China sold silk, tea, and spices to people from Rome. It's true. They were the main products of China, which were popular. The sixth one is about traveling. Traveling along the Silk Road was not difficult. Of course, it's false information, dear students, because traveling along the Silk Road was very difficult because of the dangerous people and bad weather. Okay, dear students, let's revise our text again and please name some products which are mentioned in the text. Answer the question, which products were popular during the times of the Silk Road? Well, of course, it was beautiful stones, then spices, then gold, then silver, then products, and of course, it was silk. To consolidate our topic, you should do the next activities. Your first activities will be about completing the sentences. You should complete the text about the Silk Road. Use the words from the box and complete the text. For example, the Silk Road began in ancient China. It was between China and Rome. The road was 6,500 kilometers long. China had silk, tea, and spices. Rome had gold, silver, and beautiful stones. The Silk Road was important because people not only changed things, but also had ideas and culture. Traveling along this Silk Road was very dangerous. Okay, and the last one is about asking questions. Dear students, our lesson is over, and I think it was interesting information for you. The lesson is over. Goodbye.